How do we know God exists?
Right. The question is, how do we know God exists? Well, you see, while you're sitting here comfortably, you know this earth is rotating round its axis, spinning round at a speed of 1,000 miles per hour. And it is going round the sun, orbiting round the sun at a speed of 108,000 kilometers per hour. And the sun, together with its planets, is going round the galaxy at a speed of 720,000 kilometers per hour. And the galaxy is going round the universe at a speed of 950,000 kilometers per hour. So who started it all? And who is maintaining it all? There must be someone. Then we find that when we read physics, we find that electrons are moving around the nucleus. And the Newton's first law of motion states that if something is stationary, then external force has to be applied to set it into motion. So who created it all? And who set it into motion? Then, if we refer to one of the greatest scientists of our time, that's Stephen Hawking, he said, one of the most fantastic discovery of our time is that we discovered that this universe is expanding universe. Now it's amazing that God Almighty tells us in the Quran, in chapter 51, verse 47, that He says that it is we who have created the universe, and it is we who are steadily expanding it. So the point that Stephen Hawking was trying to make was that before, the philosophers thought that this universe was itself eternal and some kind of God. But now, because the universe, we know now that it's expanding, therefore it must have had a point of beginning. And so the scientists now tell us that it began from a single point of zero volume and infinite gravity. And that's the Big Bang. And so it must have had a point of beginning. So who has started it all? And who is spending it all? Who is maintaining it all? And of course, about the Big Bang, we are told in the Quran, chapter 21, verse 30, don't you see how the heavens and the earth were together and we clove them asunder? So it is God Almighty who has created it all. And we read in the Holy Quran, Fatirus samawati wal ard, He is the one who created the heavens and earth out of nothing. And of course, the scientists are also talking about multiverses. That means that there are other universes like ours. And the Holy Quran tells us that He has made 7 heavens and earths like this one. So there are 7 verses or universes like ours. And the Holy Quran also tells us that like this one, that means like this one means earth like this one with the inhabitants on it. And the commentators tell us like this one means like this one, they too have habitation and they too receive prophets and messengers from God Almighty. So it then nullifies the dogma that the universe is some kind of God and is eternal. No, it had a point of beginning and it is expanding, and one day it will end. And God Almighty will recreate completely this universe will be rolled up and recreated. This earth will also be recreated, the Holy Quran tells us, but it will be much, much, much vaster than it is now. And we shall also be resurrected, and we shall be held accountable on the Day of Judgment. In fact, the IPC has produced, Birmingham has produced a booklet called The Existence of the Creator. This is the booklet. If you contact IPCI Birmingham, we'll be happy to send you a copy free of charge, or you can go to IPCI site and you can download it. Does that answer your question? Thank you.